February 2018. The world of cinema stood still. What was supposed to be a week of joy and celebration at her nephew Mohit Marwa's wedding in Dubai turned into an overnight tragedy. Sridevi, the first female superstar of Indian cinema, had left for her heavenly abode. She was only 54 years old. The sudden loss sent shockwaves across millions of hearts globally. But as the initial grief evolved into reality, a lingering cloud of disbelief took its place. Months passed, yet the conversation didn't stop. Instead, it intensified. 3 months after that fateful night in Dubai, her passing remained shrouded in an uncomfortable silence. Local authorities and medical officials eventually closed the case file, ruling the cause of death as accidental drowning. But for her millions of devoted fans, that two-word explanation was simply impossible to accept. How does a global icon in a heavily secured luxury hotel room simply succumb to an accidental drowning? To the public, the official timeline felt incomplete. The pieces of the puzzle didn't fit. Suspicion grew and whisperings of foul play began to echo across newsrooms and social media platforms alike. The question on everyone's mind was clear. Could this have been something far more sinister? The skepticism wasn't just confined to passionate fans. It soon caught the attention of seasoned professionals trained to look past surface-level conclusions. As reported by the Free Press Journal, a high-profile voice stepped forward to challenge the narrative. Ved Bhushan, a retired assistant commissioner of police who now commands a private investigation agency in Delhi, looked closely at the circumstances. With decades of law enforcement experience behind him, Bhushan openly declared that Sridevi's death bore the distinct hallmarks of a planned murder rather than a tragic accident. The ex-cop's assessment was blunt and chilling. He pointed out a critical vulnerability in the official ruling, stating, and I quote, "It's very easy to put someone in a bathtub forcefully until the victim's breathing stops without leaving evidence of the crime, and then label it as an accidental death." End quote. To an investigator of his caliber, the scene looked less like a misfortune and more like a calculated execution. While the investigative theories and dark questions continued to swirl in the media, the world was left to grapple with the immense void she left behind. Even in her absence, her artistry refused to fade. Around this same time, Sridevi was posthumously honored on the global stage at the Cannes Film Festival, a tribute to a staggering career that spanned 5 decades. She received the prestigious National Film Award for her powerful performance in her final lead role, Mom. It was a bittersweet moment for her family. Her husband, Boney Kapoor, alongside her daughters Hanvi and Kushi, stood on the stage to accept the honors on her behalf, a poignant reminder of a life cut devastatingly short. Awards can celebrate a legacy, but they cannot answer the questions that haunt it. Was it truly a tragic twist of fate in a distant hotel room? Or was it, as an experienced ex-cop suggests, a masterfully executed crime designed to look like an accident? Years may pass, and headlines may fade, but for the world of cinema and the fans who loved her, the final chapter of Sridevi's life remains an unresolvable mystery.